So this one is a bridesmaid's war. We're talking 2 weddings, and you will not believe when these ex-best friends start clashing heads. I have a banger for you guys today. I'm getting married in June. I'm going to have my friend Jim as my dude of honor, and my friend Jane as my bridesmaid. Jim and I have been friends since college, but my friendship with Jane is longer and a bit more complicated. We started to be friends in high school, where we were friends with 2 other girls. They will be important later. Typical teenager and 20-something drama happened, and I'm not close with the 2 other girls anymore. One straight up said she did not want to be friends with me anymore, and I guess the other friend just followed her lead. I'll admit that Jane and I used to be closer when we were younger, and we drifted apart, but I still considered her a friend. When I got engaged, I asked Jane to be my bridesmaid. When I asked, she was kind of hesitant. She was engaged too and said we'd probably be planning weddings at the same time. She was worried she wouldn't be able to devote a lot of time to my wedding. I told her it was going to be super laid back and she wouldn't have to do much, and that I wanted her there, so she agreed. Planning the wedding has its ups and downs, lots of drama from family, but Jane has been good enough bridesmaid through it all. My friend Jim has been planning my bachelorette, and they both went to see me get my veil. I think she could stand to be a bit more involved, but considering distance and time, she's doing enough. When Jane first got engaged, she wasn't even sure if wanted to have a traditional wedding. She was talking about doing something really small and only inviting immediate family and close friends. It turns out that she's actually going to have a ceremony and reception in the fall. I awkwardly found out over dinner after pushing her for wedding details that she was planning on having bridesmaids, and well, I wasn't one of them. She claimed it was because I live far away. Not really. We live on different cities on the East Coast and are about a train ride away. She didn't want to bother me because I'd be busy with my wedding and marriage. To make matters worse, the 2 girls I had falling out with are of course in the wedding. It hurt so much, and I just assumed we'd be all together during our weddings. I'm hurt. Jane and I went through a lot together, and I really wanted her to be a part of my wedding. I'm hurt that she doesn't feel the same way. When I told Mom, she was shocked and said how rude Jane was. My fiancé said it's okay to feel hurt and that it was a jerk move, but that Jane also has a right to choose whoever she wants in her wedding party. Am I wrong for feeling like this? Should I confront her? I don't even know if I want her in my wedding anymore. Update number 1 a few days later. I found out about not being in the wedding a little over a week ago, so I've been stewing for a while when I made my last post. I was a little dishonest in the first post because I was already in the process of, quote, confronting her when I wrote it. I texted her early the morning I posted and told her that I was disappointed by her lack of involvement in my wedding. She replied that she was sorry I felt hurt, but that she had warned me about this when I first asked her. She also mentioned that she wasn't sure what else I wanted from her. She's done everything I've asked, and that it seemed like Jim has everything handled for the bachelorette party, and hasn't reached out to her. Then I texted her about bridesmaids. She didn't text me back all day, so I called her that evening. The conversation really didn't go too well. She said she didn't reply because she was busy at work, and honestly didn't know what to say. She said that she chose the people closest to her. She's known the 2 friends I had falling out with since childhood, and her other 2 are her college roommates, and her other friend from work she lived with in the past. She said that even when wedding details were murky, she knew she'd ask them. I told her that I'd always envisioned all of us planning our wedding together, and being left out of it was just very painful. Her reply hurts. She said she was sorry that I was no longer friends with the 2 bridesmaids in her party. She truly wishes me no ill will from the past, but that they have their own valid reasons for ending our friendship. Then she said she was honestly surprised that I asked her to be a part of my wedding, and that she would have been even more surprised if she didn't get an invite. I spoke to my therapist the next day about it. She pretty much echoed what people said here, and I was putting way too much pressure on Jane, and was inappropriately using her wedding as a friend reunion. Oh, and my fiance and I got into a huge fight about my wedding. I texted Jane after, and she was nice and listened to me rant, but it felt awkward. On top of it all, I got to see her post a lovely Instagram story about shopping for her wedding dress with all her bridesmaids. Oh, and getting drinks afterwards. I'm so over weddings, I wish I was eloping. I'm a little jealous that Jane seems to be having an awesome time planning hers. Making friends in your 30s is tough. But I thought I had a few close ones I could rely on, but I guess I was wrong. So, thanks guys, you tried to warn me, but I was already set on being the a-hole when I posted. My advice to people upset about bridesmaids and groomsmen: don't question their choices and accept whatever role they want you to play in their wedding. Update number 2, 2 days later. I had a big session with my therapist yesterday, and I realized that I had kind of a strong-armed her into doing this. She tried to say no, that she would be busy with her own wedding to give the time and attention I needed. But I convinced her it would be fine and that I wanted her to be a big part of my day. I think that she's a freaking adult and could have said no, but what do I know? I'll admit, I thought we were closer than we actually are in real life. We were really close in high school, but drifted apart after college. I still considered her a close friend even though we did not talk much. I just feel like now she has this whole life without me, with all these friends, and I'm left in the dust. Even seeing her bridal party just makes me jealous. I feel like I didn't know what to ask, and she has had 4 best friends that are bending over backwards for her. My friend posted this super cute Instagram story about her shopping with her friends for her dress, and celebrating afterwards. I got so upset I cried and threw my phone across the room. I'm angry as hell at her and want to kick her out of the bridal party. I feel betrayed and used, but I don't know who else I would ask. I don't have a lot of friends, and my quote, maid of honor is my guy friend from college. Why are bridesmaids even a thing? The whole idea is designed to make drama and hurt everyone's feelings. On top of it all, planning the wedding has been a nightmare. My parents, divorced, are using it as an excuse to try to outdo each other. My fiance's family's dysfunctional and don't like me much. His mom is a control freak and planned everyone else's wedding, and she's trying to do the same for mine. We keep arguing about the wedding and had a huge blow-up about it yesterday. We're pouring so much money into this wedding, and I can't wait for it to be over. Can someone make me feel better? Post their wedding drama in the comment section, and how everything worked out in the end. I'm at the end of my rope. My wedding's in less than 2 months, and I am not excited about it at all. Next update, exactly 1 month later. Hey, I don't know if anyone remembers, but it was a meltdown about a month ago. I've been getting some nice messages, and here's an update. Things with my bridesmaids are awkward, to say the least. I'm kind of embarrassed about how everything went down, and now I feel like she's kind of keeping me at a distance. She has her dress and has been good with updating me on her outfit and day of stuff and text to chat about how planning's going. But she's been tight-lipped about her wedding. If I ask her anything, she just says, "It's going good," and leaves it at that. To make things worse, she's in full Bridezilla mode with her friends, and I keep seeing Instagram stories pop up left and right with cute planning details. It's hard to not feel extremely jealous, left out, and angry when I see her making bouquets with her friends and chatting about taco bars for the reception. I don't want to say that fight ruined our friendship because it's clear we just aren't that close anymore. But I really wish I just kept my mouth shut. My fiance's extended family is driving me nuts. They're asking about bringing +1s when we're almost a month out from the wedding. I'm so mad because I think it's rude to even ask, and that if it really was that important, they should have brought it up to me when they first learned about the wedding. My fiance also doesn't like to talk to me about the wedding anymore. He says whenever I bring something up, we just end up with drama and fighting. He'd rather just stop talking about it, period. I know his family's making him mad too, but he refuses to confront them in any way. He just says this is the way they are and I need to learn how to deal with it. So, here I am, about a month out from my wedding with pretty much zero enthusiasm for it. Things are awkward with bridesmaids and my new family is just making me irate. My fiance's pretty much shut me down and refuses to deal with anything. I guess I'll update because I wanted a place to rant. Does anyone have advice on how to not make my friend's wedding hurt me so much? Any stories about weddings that weren't that magic? Please share. What's up, guys? Mr. Reddito here. Oh my gosh, this is a super Bridezilla drama. It's not over yet, though. There's one more update which came out a whole 87 days after that last post. Strap your seatbelts in and prepare yourself because this update is coming at you right now. My wedding's come, and my wedding's gone. Beautiful day despite some drama and hiccups. But my friend's coming and I have a new problem. The two women I'm no longer friends with are obviously planning her bridal shower, and well, I'm invited. When I saw my old friend's name on the invite, since she's handling RSVPs, I did panic a bit. I called my friend and bridesmaid to make sure it was okay for me to come. She said of course, and that she doesn't anticipate any drama. She claimed that the two friends really had no ill will about what happened, and that day should be fun. There will be lots of other people there to hang out with, and it should be a good time. I asked if she thought I should reach out to clear the air beforehand. She said it wasn't necessary. I asked her if she thought it was a bad idea. She just repeated that it wasn't needed. I was feeling really anxious about it, so I decided to text both of the friends. I said I was married now, was excited to reconnect, and that I hoped we could all put our differences aside and be together for the bride and celebrate her. They responded with a general, "Glad you can come, can't wait to celebrate bride." And, well, I was a little hurt. I'd hoped for something that was more reassuring that day would be okay for them, and there'd be no weirdness. When I told my husband how I felt, he was shocked that I even texted them. He claimed it felt like the message was actually trying to stir up drama. I don't think what I said was inappropriate or rude. I don't want my friend's day to be ruined because of some petty drama, and I don't want to feel uncomfortable during this. It's been hard enough seeing my friend post about all the wedding fun she's having. I just didn't want to walk into a bad situation. So guys, I'm asking, am I the a-hole for sending those text messages? Okay guys, this was a dramatic roller coaster, a lot to take in. Let's take a second to read a couple comments. They might surprise you of their opinions. I feel like there's a lot more to the story of what she's no longer a part of this old friend group. And honestly, well, she sounds exhausting. I feel a bit bad for her though, as she's obviously lonely. Comment 2 says, she says she's used to being dramatic, but it's clear that she's still dramatic and over the top AF. And here's the third and final comment. This is 100% my takeaway. Also telling that the husband's over it too. I don't know, one of the things I love most about my fiancé is how he treats people. I don't think I could have overlooked all this continued drama and just not talk about it. So guys, I could keep reading these comments, but I'm going to tell you right now, 99% of them are against OP. So let me know, is OP just a dramatic bug? Or did she have some bit of truth to what she was saying about the old friendship? Drop down below your thoughts and your comments, guys. We still have one more story to turn our attention to, and the title of the last story is, I kicked my pregnant sister out because she made my roommate cry. I'm 20 male, and I share an apartment with a girl who's 20 female. It's been 7 months, and we're really good friends. My roommate told me she was abused through her childhood and she was sexually assaulted when she was 11. My sister was a victim of it, and she died, so I felt really bad for my roommate. My roommate's the best roommate you could ask for. She washes the dishes, does my laundry, and folds it for me. Only thing I have to worry about is seeing purple and pink all throughout our apartment, but I guess that's fine. Even though I tell her not to do all the chores, she does them to surprise me and acts happy herself afterwards. My roommate has a very big teddy bear. It's very much larger than her. She named it Eva, which is her deceased mother's name. She said her parents gave it to her when she was 9. Last week, my sister called and begged me that she needed a place to stay and she's 7 months pregnant. Of course, I checked with my roommate and she was fine with it. My sister came over and the first thing she did was laugh at my roommate's teddy bear. I shut her down. Then she made fun of my roommate's clothing style. My roommate wears girly clothes and my sister is full-on tomboy. My roommate has a name for her teddy, right? My sister made fun of her for that. I mean, who the hell doesn't name their plushies? That's the whole point of naming them. I shut her off. Now it's been 5 days with my sister, then my roommate came crying to me. I mean full-on crying. She said my sister cut her teddy bear. I asked my sister and she laughed and said she's 20. When I told her I'll kick her out, she blamed it on pregnancy hormones. My sister didn't even apologize. Well, I kicked her out and apologized to my roommate and said I'll find a solution. It's been 2 days and I don't know what to do. But I feel no regrets for kicking my sister out. She's made fun and bullied the person whose apartment was staying in. Pregnancy doesn't give a right to act non-human or crazy or mean to anyone. And well, my roommate isn't singing now. She sings in the evening while making food and she's happy. But now, she's sad. I know this isn't the right place to say this, but I just wanted some advice, and tell me if I did the right thing. Well, everybody, here is your update. So, my roommate went to go get showered. It took her 2 hours, so that means that was her depressed shower. I took her teddy bear, and I drove to my friend's mother's shop. Thankfully, Eva got repaired. Then I stopped at the mall and went to a shop. I found 2 very cute and my roommate's type teddy bear. One was lavender and one was baby pink, her favorite colors. I bought both of them and went home, and it's been 1 hour and 13 minutes. Then I wrote a letter. This was an idea from a fellow commenter. It says, "While OP was fixing me, he let me in on a secret that he loves you too." I wrote a letter and I also bought flowers. She came outside and I said, "We need to talk." She sat down nervously and said, "Yes, what do we need to talk about?" I gave her her teddy bear and she hugged me. She kept repeating herself, "Thank you, thank you." Then I gave her the other 2 teddy bears and she opened the letter. I was shaking because I didn't know what to expect. She looks at me dead in her eyes and says, "You love me?" I said, "Yeah." And we kissed. And guess who I'm dating now? As for the other 2 teddy bears, they've been named Eva, Lily, and Lola. And for my sister, well, I don't know where she is. We're going on a date tomorrow, and I'm so excited. Oh, there's so many signs that she gave. I'm so freaking dumb. She even indirectly asked me out. How stupid could I be? My mom brought my girlfriend a plushie. It was dark purple, and my girlfriend laughed. And now she's singing while making food for us. I guess she's happy again. So yeah, that's the update. Okay, so in my opinion on this one, I don't think OP did anything wrong. And it's really cool how they ended up dating at the end. I thought reading this whole story that they had feelings for each other, and it turns out they did. And what the sister did to that roommate is extremely disrespectful and rude, considering the person that gave her that teddy bear is no longer with us. Let's read a couple comments though. This was quoted from the story. "And well, my roommate's not singing now. She sings in the evening while making food, and she's happy. But now she's sad." That was the quote. "That was the best part," says the comment. "I honestly want to find someone who loved me to the point of knowing these details and noticing when I'm not well. I hope they both have a great life together. They seem like a lovely, cute couple. And sister needs a life. Pregnancy hormones don't make you a jerk. Own up to your mistakes, sister." So guys, let me know what you think about those comments. Are they correct? What's your opinion? Drop it down below. I just want to mention, if you're not subscribed to the channel, take a second right now, click that subscribe button, check out my other 2 channels right below in the description, and down there you can also find the link for my Instagram channel, With the Instagram channel, we have behind-the-scenes looks, daily 60-second stories, and more to come. So make sure you check that out, and guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one.